We'll get his thoughts on that and every other thing as Bernie Nicholls joins us now. 1,127 NHL games, 1,209 NHL points. Kings, Rangers, Oilers, Devils, Blackhawks, and Sharks. Happy Monday. Bernie, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. Beautiful day. Great weekend. So looking forward to tonight's game.
Oh, absolutely. So how would you vote on that poll? Who's winning Game 7 tonight, Rangers or Hurricanes?
Well, I got to go with the Hurricanes. They can't lose at home, and New York can't win on the road. So I think it's going to come down to goaltending. New York's probably got the better goalie. I know Carolina's goalie got hit pretty hard last game. So if he bounces back, then they can win. If he doesn't, this could be a game that the New York goaltender will steal. So I don't think so, but I wouldn't hurt my feelings if they did.
By the way, you can sign up right now at betregal.ca if you haven't already. Open an account, use the hashtag Legends, and you'll get a cash bonus or BetRegal points deposited directly into your account. Hashtag Legends. Bernie is the NHL ambassador for BetRegal, our exclusive betting partner. On these Rangers, Bernie, no matter how it turns out, as an alum like you are, they blasted out their president last year and their general manager and got a new coach. And now this. Is this what's responsible for them going this deep, do you think?
Well, I love their coach. I still can't believe Vegas let him go. He's such a good coach. So I'm thinking coaching is the main reason why. They got great players, too. Great goaltender. Defense is good. And they're getting some real good off. They got a good team, but I think they all put it together with a good coach, and they deserve to be where they are.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. I mean, even under David Quinn, we watch the games and we're like, something's not clicking here because this is a good team. They should be better, and we see it with teams. And I'm just so happy for them that they pulled it together because I'm with you, Gerard Gallant, tremendous coach. And a tremendous person. So we've got the home team winning tonight. But if you don't mind, because I only get you once a week, just to look back for a minute. Round 2, shockers. Flames bowing out to the Oilers in 5, and of course the Florida Panthers being swept by these Tampa Bay Lightning. What's your take on those series?
Well, I'm definitely not surprised with Tampa and Florida. You're the defending Stanley Cup champs until you're not. And right now they still are. They have the best goalie, and the goalie played great this last series. He didn't play as good against Toronto, but he definitely played great this series. Their defense is unbelievable, and they got two of the best skilled players in the league. So I was not surprised there. I honestly thought win that series. I just thought they were bigger, strong with the better goaltender. But as Mario Lemieux once said, when you got Sidney Crosby, you always get a chance to win. And Edmonton's got Connor McDavid, and there's nobody in the world. And Draisaitl, too. Like, these two kids are so good. And they just were not going to be beat and played unbelievable. So not surprised at the way it ended just because of how well these kids played. So I was cheering for Daryl. I would like to see him continue on, but the better team actually won.
Yeah, the team that played better for sure. So, moving into round 2, which opens Tuesday night, Game 1, Oilers, Colorado in Denver. Pretty hard to bet against the Oilers, but Colorado's a heck of a team. So, I'm not going to ask you for a prediction on this one. It's too tough. But what are you going to be looking for in this series?
Yeah, I can go either way. Like, I love Nathan McKinnon, a good Canadian boy. I'd love to see him do well, but I'd love to see Connor do well too. They're both such fast teams. Like, this series is going to be great. It's going to be so much fun to watch. Both teams, as you can see, they willed their way through to this where they're at now. Both those guys played so well to get here, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be fast. Goaltending, it's going to come down to goaltending and defense. And neither one of them in the regular season was that good. I know They played pretty well in the playoffs, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of offense, and it's going to be really, really fun to watch.
Well, from Bet Regal right now, tonight, Rangers, Hurricanes, Game 7. The Canes are favored at home by 1.5 goals, and I'm a little surprised Game 1 in the West Conference final now. The Avalanche are favored by 1.5 goals. I thought it might be more, but that's certainly the favored betting line for NHL hockey through all the betting companies and our favorite, betregal.ca. Let me ask you this. You talk about it being a fast series. I can't remember where I was. I travel so much. But people were saying this was not a good matchup for the Flames, that their defensemen are trees. I guess I was at the Junior A National Championship. That's what it was. I was with NHL guys in Estevan, and they're like, Edmonton's too fast for the Flames. That might have been the case. How does Colorado match up that way in your mind?
Well, I think they're both similar. They're both really fast teams. And obviously, Colorado have arguably the best defenseman in the world right now. He's just playing unbelievable. So he'll be quick enough. But yeah, this is two fast teams. And I thought with Colorado or with Calgary, and I think what everybody's saying with their defense, they have big, strong defense. But I think it was Edmonton was just too fast for them. So, but you're going to see two teams that are equally as far as speed goes. So it's going to be so much fun to watch. It could be, 8-7 like the old Smythe division with the Oilers and the Kings back in the day. That's what we might have in this playoff series with Edmonton and Colorado. It could be 8-7, 7-6 games, which is a little different for playoffs, but it's going to be entertaining.
Well, was it not you who said be wary of the Blues? For sure, Charlie Simmer did on this show, and I think it was the last time you were on too. Both guys said be wary of the Blues. I would think they put a bit of a scare in the Avalanche.
Yeah, I think it was. I think they needed that because things were going pretty well, and I honestly thought after losing that was such a heartbreaker. They lost at home in Game 5 to go back. I thought there was a chance that St. Louis could have won that game, but I really think that when they lost their goalie, that was the end of them. Goaltending is so important in playoffs, and Billington was playing so good. So I just think that was the downfall for them.
Please, Bernie, if you don't mind, give me a take, just because I have a little more time with you here than I normally do, just on the Florida-Tampa series, because I'm back in South Florida. They're very despondent here, some very long faces that their Panthers were swept after being the President's Cup trophy winners. And I could give you my thoughts, but I want yours. You're the NHL great. Is it a case, hopefully, from a Panthers fan perspective, that you need to lose before you learn how to win? Because they're a darn good team. What do you see ahead for this franchise?
Well, I honestly I think that that just proves how, regular season really does not mean that much. I remember, I forget when it was, San Jose, President's Trophy winner, Arizona or Anaheim beat them, won the Cup. The year in 2012, Vancouver, President's Trophy, LA, we came in, beat the Dive, went on to win the Cup. Honestly, the regular season, as you see with good teams like Tampa Bay, they're just waiting to get to the playoff, and they don't care what place they get in. They just know when they get there, they know what to do when they get there. And, I know with Florida had a great regular season, but your eye test will tell you when both those teams meet and both teams are healthy, I just think the one team they just show you so much more, and goaltending too. I don't know Tampa's goalie; he was kind of hot and cold. They just couldn't handle their skilled players. You'll find have a tougher time against that big defense of Tampa Bay's. Not many teams can compete with that, so they get beat probably by the best team in the league. So but so did Toronto. I honestly think Toronto would have beat Florida as well. So because Toronto's just too fast for Florida. but I know Florida's close, and they got to be happy with kind of how the season went. Obviously, they're not going to be happy with getting knocked off 4 straight to probably the team that you hate the most. But if you learn from it and take what you learn from this round and add it to next year, then hopefully you can take that next step.
Well, I'll tell you, God bless hockey. And there were a lot of Stanley Cup champions at the Centennial Cup National Junior A Championship in Estevan, but they all knew that I'd been in Florida all winter, so they said, "What's with the Panthers? What's the deal?" And I honestly, Bernie, I went down to the ice level for Game 1 to watch warm-up in that Florida-Tampa series, and as a Florida supporter, I'm like, oh no, we're in trouble here, because the Lightning, they had their helmets off, right? They're all gray beards, and I'm like, these are men.
Yeah.
And Florida's all, they're kids. Their names are Mackenzie and Sam and Carter and Mason. They're kids, so they're young and they're exciting and they're good, but Tampa was just too strong for them. And speaking of kids, I was just looking up your hockey DB here. The Kingston Canadians, OHA, they now have the Frontenac there, the number 1 overall pick they own, as you know, in this year's draft. Shane Wright of Kingston will go to Montreal, who has the number 1 overall pick. My apologies. Was that a major junior team? What are your memories of the Kingston Canadians?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun in Kingston. As a kid, a Canadian boy, major juniors, it's the next step to the NHL. So just having the opportunity to play there was exciting. We were the Canadians at the time. Our old rink was like an NHL size rink. Not many junior rinks are that big, so it was good that way, and played with some good players. My last year there, we had 4 first-round defensemen to the NHL. So we had some pretty skilled players come through there when I was there. That was a lot of fun.
Bernie, enjoy the games. It's always fun chatting hockey with you. We'll catch up with you in a week.
You got it. Thanks, Rod.
NHL great Bernie Nicholls, the NHL ambassador for our exclusive betting partners at betregal.ca. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching the RP Show on YouTube. And don't forget, we're live daily on YouTube from noon to 2 Eastern. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. And if you like the program, check around for other segments of The Rod Pedersen Show here on YouTube.